been getting quite busy.
Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? Whoa! That was the tastiest food in the whole wide world! Oh, you're the best!
Hey, it's you! How are you doing? If you want to pass the time, you can't go wrong hanging out with me. Pretty good! I'm surprised how awesome your place is. This is an Adeptus relic from Ƒөΐũöω, right? It's incredible! I thought you were joking when you asked me to get into this pot. I had no idea what to say. I didn't know if I should object or just follow along. Something like, "Are you blind? I can't squeeze into that!" Paimon told me that she had the same reaction when she first saw the pot. If she couldn't get in, there would be no chance for me. Who would have thought that a little push from you and poof, we're in here. A wide open view, fresh air, it's such a nice place. Of course I like it. I could easily live here forever. Huh. Maybe I can open a second Naganohara here. You can invite all of your friends to see the fireworks. Consider it a gift from me to you. Hey, it's you! If you want to pass the time... Sure, you know I love to talk. Let me think. Is there anything interesting going on these days? Ah, right! You've got such a large piece of paradise here. Do you have any plans for it? You know, besides just living here? Ever thought about building a parlor or a showroom? Ooh, or maybe a training ground? There might have been a slight misunderstanding. You see, my family's business is not the usual kind of business. I know merchants in Ƒөΐũöω are really good at making mora. They're experts at landing deals both big and small. However, our family's customers are mostly regulars, so we put most of our focus on those relationships. My pops and I, we mainly do business so that we won't let everyone down. Anyway, when it's finished, let me know. I'll set up some fireworks to celebrate. Me? I'd build a playground. With toys everywhere. They'd be flashing, moving, and spinning. Ooh, also tasty snacks for whenever I'm hungry. Living in a world like that would be a dream come true. No. No need to seriously consider it. It's just a little fantasy of mine. but I'm happy to hear you say that. A playground. How wonderful.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Hey, it's you! How are you doing? If you want to pass the time, you can't go wrong hanging out with me. Food really perks you up and, puts you in the mood to share some stories. Ooh, actually, I got a good one. You've got to hear this one.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Huh? Looking for me at this hour of the day? This falls outside of my predictions. Is something the matter? Of course. The conditions and facilities are first class, and it's very comfortable here. So comfortable that I'm a bit worried that it might be hard to adjust once I leave. Really? Being able to live in such a wonderful place without having to pay rent. Am I dreaming? Huh? Why, you... Since you're letting me stay here for free, I'll let that pass. Let me think of a way to repay you somehow. This way, we won't be indebted to each other. Huh? Looking for me at this hour of the day? This falls outside of my predictions. Is something the matter? So satisfied. Who would have thought knowing you would bear so many benefits? Huh? Looking for me is... It's already time for you to turn in. If you ask me, there's never enough time in a day. Good night. Yes, go replenish your strength.
It's been a while. I've grown quite a bit stronger. You ready for some sparring? Kidding. You're here because there's something you want to say, right? It's the perfect place to make a home. Charming, peaceful, and warm. I'd love to bring Tonya, Anthon, and Tusser to stay here. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just think that Tonya and the others would be very happy in your company. It's been a while. I've grown quite a bit stronger. You ready for some sparring? Kidding. You're here because there's something you want to say, right? Your cooking skills seem to have improved quite a lot. Does that mean you're getting stronger all the time, too?
Oh, when did you arrive? I was completely lost in thought. Aw, you're concerned for my well-being. Well, aren't you just the sweetest? You really know how to make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Don't you worry, I love it here. Not at all. I think what makes this place so special is the fact that it was built personally by you. If I were to start nitpicking, it would only ruin your creativity and the unique charm you bring to the place. I certainly wouldn't want that to happen.
Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together?
felt a little like a fish out of water when I first arrived. I mean, after years of studying the art of war, I can't help but consider all the strategic points upon arriving in a new place like this. Where would the enemy troops set up camp? From which direction could they mount an assault? And what strategies should we implement to counter these factors? We need a barricade here, another sentry tower there. I began to instinctively consider all these things when I first arrived here. Yes, I eventually realized that I was overthinking things. After residing here for a while, I've grown more accustomed to the scenery and my mind has gradually come to be at peace. If you ask me, I would say this is almost an ideal place. I can easily separate myself from the outside world and enjoy some time to myself. Oh, but could I rent a room to use as a command post? I need a place to lay out my maps and battle scenarios. Splendid! I would certainly like to stay here for some time. I can just lay on my bed and enjoy my strategy books, far from the pressures of social interaction. I'll finally have all the energy I need every day. Just thinking about it makes me happy. Perhaps if I'm all alone. But you'll still be here, correct?
Oh, when did you arrive? I was completely lost in thought. Well, aren't you just the sweetest? Thanks, cutie. You just made my day.
Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together? Sure. What would you like to talk about? More about me? I don't mind. I only worry that you may find the topic a little boring. I remember I used to always stay home all by myself when I was little. I didn't really have any friends. In fact, I seldom spoke to anyone. When I found myself bored with little to do, I would skim through the various books we had lying around the house. Among the piles of text on governmental affairs and diplomacy, there were a few books on the art of war. They were like gems to me. I remember thinking at the time that it would be perfect to work as an advisor someday. Whenever Her Excellency would come to me for advice, I could put on a show and mysteriously hand her a directive. Then, I could just snuggle right back up in my blanket and continue sleeping, with no fear of anyone disrupting me. I suppose I never expected that someone like me, who was used to staying home, would be promoted to such a position. I clearly remember that on my first day as priestess, I had well over 100 people come pay their respects to me. I did my best to carefully record each of their names, but after about 20 people or so, I had already lost track. Eventually, I would feign that I was busy handling administrative affairs while using the papers to make a rough sketch of them with their name noted to the side for memorization later. This is why I am so happy whenever I see you making progress. Perhaps one day, you'll be even more suited than myself to appear before people, and even better prepared to carry their hopes forward. When that day comes, I can serve as your advisor. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to... If the opportunity arises, I would like to take you diving with me. The world is full of troubles, but when compared with the vastness of the sea, all those troubles seem to just fade away. Though the ages pass and time brings change, the sea continues as it always has. As I float down among the depths of the sea, a deep tranquility permeates my heart. There are times when I feel utterly exhausted. So, I thought I should share with you the way that I unwind. That is indeed a problem. Wait! I've come up with a clever solution. I'll wrap the two of us in a gigantic bubble. We can slowly sink down into the sea together. This way, we can journey together underwater. You'll feel refreshed before you know it. Though I've never gone diving together with anyone before, I must say that I certainly look forward to it. No, not at all. The purpose of the trip is to relax, after all. Simply do as you please. Besides, you will have the Grand Strategist accompanying you. You need only focus on resting, and I'll take care of the details. Oh, you have returned. I've just wrapped up the administrative affairs for today. Perhaps we can afford a moment to relax together? I like to take my time and eat slowly. That way I can enjoy it for longer.
Hello there. I could hear you coming from miles away. This place has a peaceful environment and a wonderful view. Very pleasant. Perhaps a little too pleasant. Look, I've already mapped out an itinerary of my stay. That would be going too far. This place was constructed by magic, right? I don't sense any dangers. And I'm guessing that the only ones who can get in here are those you have specifically invited. If they're your friends, I'm sure they won't cause any major disturbances. Right? They wouldn't, would they? Hello there. I could hear you coming from miles away. Of course. Anything you want to talk about? If you let me start the conversation, it would definitely be about plants. Oh, so you're ready for class. Then let us begin with the basics. Botany is a branch of biology that focuses on the morphology, taxonomy, ecology, genetics, and evolution of plants. The basic taxonomical classification of plants is as follows. No daydreaming, sleepyhead. This is what you asked for. All right, I'm only teasing. People who don't work in this field don't have to bash their heads against the books. However, you spend a considerable amount of time traveling and traipsing through the outdoors. It would behoove you to learn a thing or two about common plants. For instance, discerning a plant's growth patterns to orient your position, how to use stems and leaves to acquire potable water, which fruits are edible and palatable, which herbs are suitable for cooking with meat. Hey, what's the matter with you? Is this what happens when you hear anything remotely about food? Ah yes, your little partner. She doesn't seem the most intellectual sort, but she cares deeply about you. Even if it's only for the sake of protecting your companion, you should learn more about the natural sciences. Sorry, I slipped into training mode there for a second. Look at me, talking to you like you're a rookie forest ranger. Please forgive me. Anyway, you're smart enough to understand what I meant. If you ever wish to learn more about flora, my door is open anytime. Hello there. I can hear you coming from Me? Just thinking about some recent tasks that need to be completed. This week I have to observe some experiments and record their results at Party's TI. It's also about time to draw up the next patrol schedule for the Rangers. Nothing especially urgent though, so this can all wait. So, anything in particular you want to do? Oh, so then why did you ask? Alright, I'll go ahead. Please answer one question for me. Do you want to rub my ears? Your gaze seems to have been wandering slowly earwards the whole time we've been talking. Actually, I don't really mind if someone I'm close to rubs my ears, you know? I'm not sure why, but everyone always seems to think that it would make me angry. Over time, do not discuss ears or tails in Tainari's presence became something of an unspoken rule. It could sometimes be quite amusing to watch people's faces as they stumble over their words. It's probably for the best anyway. It might get irritating if people I barely knew started coming up to me and getting all touchy-feely. Of course. They might not feel as nice as you're imagining, though. They honestly just feel like any regular cats or dogs. I give you an inch, so you take a mile? Okay, fine. As long as you're happy. I'd be willing to take hundreds of group photos with you. So a pet or three is nothing. Hello there. I can hear you coming from miles away. Nice flavor pairing. Could you give me a copy of the recipe? I want to put this on the menu for the Forest Ranger's next meal.
Hello. Good timing. I have a job that needs doing, and you are the only one who can do it. Just wanted to see how you'd react. Most definitely. I have seen furnishings like these plenty of times before, though I don't believe I've seen them arranged in this particular fashion. The layout is clearly inspired and thoroughly distinctive. Simply marvelous. In fact, I'm inclined to have the Yashiro Commission headquarters remodeled in this style. Would you object to overseeing the project and making sure everything is to the right specifications? What gave it away? My acting skills appear to have deteriorated. In any case, this place is refreshingly different. You may find me visiting you here quite often. Hello. Good timing. Very novel indeed. It meets my requirements perfectly.
Oh, well, hello. What brings you to see me today? If there's anything weighing on your mind, you can always talk to me. I'm always happy to listen to other people's problems. Who knows? I might even try to help you come up with a solution. Thank you for your concern, dear. But believe me, I am quite comfortable wherever I go. So, this must be an Adepti abode. Though it's a bit different from what I had imagined, it's still most fascinating. At first glance, the act of containing this vast space inside a tiny little teapot seems strikingly similar to the art of constructing a space from the imagination. But as it turns out, they work on fundamentally different principles. As Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, it is my duty to seek out and master all forms of knowledge and power. Only then am I capable of handling whatever phenomena come our way. Besides, if I can get the hang of this teapot trick, I'll be able to bring an unlimited supply of sake and snacks with me wherever I go. Regardless, please do look after me while I'm visiting this lovely little teapot of yours. Oh, well, hello. What brings you to see me? If there's anything weighing on your mind, you can always talk to me. I'm always happy to listen to other people's problems. Need someone to talk to, Oh, what's the matter? Are you feeling lonely? Well, as luck would have it, I happen to be in a good mood today. How about I tell you a story from long ago, Long, long ago, there was a little child who suddenly turned up at the shrine one day. In her arms, she was carrying a little fox on the brink of death. She knelt before Kitsune Saigu and begged her to save her friend. The child said the fox had started appearing frequently in the village ever since she had fed it some fried tofu. But it wasn't long before misfortune struck. Now that the fox had let down its guard, a vicious dog from the village seized the chance to attack, delivering a near-fatal bite. Heartbroken and riddled with guilt, the child decided to bring the injured fox to the shrine for help. Kitsune Saigu granted her request and agreed to nurse the little fox back to health. Worried that the little girl would be lonely without her companion, Kitsune Saigu decided to ask another member of her kin to keep the little girl company for a few days. I was the one she asked. Well, obviously, being the fabulously beautiful fox that I am, it wasn't long before the little girl was crazy about me. Not only would she buy me all sorts of tasty treats to eat, she would pamper me day in and day out. She always wanted me by her side, even when she was sleeping. After 2 days, the little fox had recovered, and I accompanied the girl back to the shrine. Upon our arrival, Kitsune Saigu asked the girl which fox was her favorite, the one she had made friends with originally, or the new one. She hesitantly looked back and forth between me and her old fox friend. But when her own fox trotted up and whimpered to her, she finally set me down. The fox you gave me is very beautiful, Miss Shrine Maiden, but I still love my old friend the most. Finally, the child offered some fried tofu to thank me for accompanying her, then left with her little fox friend. Wait a moment, child. You're not planning to just leave it at that, are you? Come on, I've told you my story. Now it's your turn. Shouldn't you offer me something in exchange? Now you're talking. All right, I'll wait for you here. Make it quick, though. I can tell you some other stories when you return. Oh, well, hello. If there's anything weighing... No. Not the answer you were expecting to hear, Oh, the look of stunned surprise on your face. I think it might be my favorite. No, actually I wasn't. Or, to put it another way, seeing your reaction was exactly what I wanted to do. Observing humans' reactions and reading about their lives are what interest me most in this world. In principle, I should remain an outside observer, but you are far too much fun for that. I can't help but tease you from time to time. But of course. If you liken human lives to light novels, everyone has its highlights, but also inevitably has many aspects that are similar to all the others. As an observer, I get to see the similarities all the time, which naturally leaves me desiring to see something more unique. Your story is one that has captivated me. I really do have high hopes for you. Please do your best to live up to them, child. Don't you worry. You still have a long journey ahead of you. Your story has only just begun. Besides, you'll always have me as your trusty editor, won't you? Whenever you start going off on a misguided tangent, I'll correct you. And if you're ever stuck in a rut, I'll give you a little nudge towards the next chapter. That should certainly help you on your journey, don't you agree? Oh, well, if there's anything weighing on your... Since you've made it yourself, I guess having a little taste is the least I can do.
Hey, you're here! Finally! Welcome to Stronghold numero 2 of the Arataki gang! Ha ha! Is that a trick question? This is me we're talking about. Send me anywhere in the world, anywhere at all, and I guarantee you I'd be able to live there. I've slept on the streets, down at the dock, deep in the forest, pretty much everywhere. Of course, comfort-wise, the cells at the police station are up there at the top of the list. That was all before I met you, though. This place is something else. In fact, I'm gonna go on the record and say that the comfort level here is like 10... No, what am I saying? 100 prison cells rolled into one. Why not? They're great! Anyway, look me in the eyes and listen up, okay? This place is awesome. Anyway, point made. Boom. I'm not gonna drag it out like some granny at a tea party. But the code of the street says I should find a way to express my, gratitude. But, oh, I know, I can be your bouncer here. Hey, you're here! Finally! Welcome to Stronghold numero 2 of the Arataki gang. Ha ha! Fine, I'll let you treat me to a meal today, but know that the Arataki gang always pays its debts.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
How have you been recently? If you ever feel unwell, don't ignore it and soldier on, okay? Yeah, it's pretty nice. Great place to rest and recuperate. It's actually quite normal for forest rangers to rough it out in the wild sometimes. And during my wandering days, having a tent to keep the wind out was a luxury. But still, I do prefer places with plenty of vegetation. It's nice being surrounded by constant reminders of the temerity of life. Huh? Tenacity? Wait, is it? I'm sorry. I only heard Master Tainari say it once before. He said he likes living somewhere that is testament to the tenacity of life. No need. It's great as it is. If you're gonna live somewhere for the long term, the most important thing to consider is how it makes you feel. I really like it here. Thank you so much for inviting me. How have you been recently? If you ever feel unwell, don't ignore... It's delicious! Could you teach me?
Oh, it's you. Have you encountered some troubles with your studies? Don't be afraid to tell Madame ƑөÚũω. I'll give you all the help you need. Of course, if you are in need of some life advice, feel free to consult with me as well. I'm quite comfortable. Don't worry, I'm not one of those crabby old geezers who love to find fault with everything. I'm usually quite easy to please. Don't you believe me? Maybe I do nitpick every once in a while, but only with disrespectful students. Or those nonsensical rules at the academia. You're very agreeable, and the scenery here is quite lovely, so why wouldn't I like it here? One does not run into youngsters as kind and considerate as yourself nowadays. Let's say, hypothetically, I were to discover some design flaws after staying here for some time. You wouldn't mind if I shared them with you, would you? Good, good. It seems like I'll be able to research my interests here to my heart's content after all. Even if it ends up taking me another 100 years. I will be quite content here. Oh, it's you. Of course, if you are... This is tastier than the food at the most historic establishments. Could it be that the culinary arts haven't stopped improving?
I'll admit, it's cozy here, but there's not a whole lot to do. I'm already getting bored. Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Any chance you've got an exciting gig for me? Beats living in the desert. No crazy temperatures, no howling gales, no sandstorms. Plus, you don't have to keep an eye out for monsters popping out of the ground or vultures swooping down from the sky. There's no getting around these things if you want to survive out there. You also can't forget to keep your guard up in case of troublemakers. Whoa, what's with that look on your face? Scared stiff? Relax, you've got me. Just bring me along the next time you go to the desert, and I'll handle everything for you. I'll admit, it's cozy here, but there's not a whole lot... Oh? Ah, look who finally showed up. Not bad. Compared to rations, anyway.
Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the type to leave your guests alone to fend for themselves. Hey, you own this place. What are you so nervous about? It's not a good look. It's nothing. I was just thinking about something inane. In your, realm, some areas are completely empty. You're right. Look at me. Coming around here, criticizing your lifestyle choices. It's generous of you to host me in your home. The least I could do is be grateful. This is your home. Arrange it as you wish. I'm just another person passing through. Oh, it's you. I must apologize. I nearly mistook you for the... It's okay.
Guess this is one of the few things you're good at.
We meet again. Huh. This place seems in good order. Though it is not as extensive as the ƑөÚđöω clan's estate, I find it comfortable enough. So everything here was built according to your designs? I did not know you possessed such abilities. If we ever need to expand the ƑөÚđöω clan residence, I'll be sure to find you. I have not yet mentioned any specifics, and you already agree so readily? Huh. Either way, I'm not here to twist your arm. You needn't worry. In fact, there is little that can be changed about the ƑөÚđöω clan residence. I mean, it would never become a place like this, at least. I've never visited a place filled with such vitality and happiness. We meet again. Huh. This place... I have eaten my fill. Thank you for your hospitality.
Ah, you've arrived. I couldn't help but notice how busy you are these days. If you could manage to find the time to sit and enjoy an opera together, or share a pot of tea, taking a moment to slow down and enjoy the finer things in life is always beneficial to your body and soul. Yes, you needn't worry. Everything here seems to be in good order, not to mention the delightful scenery. I think I will have no issue residing in such a pleasant place. I have a habit of going to an open space every morning to rehearse my voice. It can be difficult to find a suitable place where my singing won't disturb anyone in Liyue Harbor, but here, that is not a problem at all. How kind. I do appreciate your courtesy. However, in my practice routine, I tend to go over my whole repertoire, both singing and reciting. I may suddenly be acting dreadfully mournful one moment, and then practicing a hysterical laugh the next. I fear such a kaleidoscope of outright emotion may scare you. I would much rather prefer to offer you a complete and fully prepared opera instead. Great. Thank you for your kind understanding. Ah, you've arrived. I couldn't help but know if you could manage to find the time to sit and enjoy an opera together. Oh, what a magnificent feast. Wait a second. I'll grab us some drinks to accompany the meal.
What are you up to? For once, I have the day off. I'm gonna make the most of it. It's pretty nice. Thanks for the invite. I just did a few laps of the place. The general layout's really quite interesting. Did you study landscape design? Ah, so you're one of those naturally gifted types. A self-taught prodigy. This has piqued my interest, though. I wonder if I should study for a qualification in landscape design. Wow, I like the enthusiasm. Thanks for the support. I guess I'll give it a shot then. But could you possibly let me borrow this site before the exam for me to practice on? In return, let's see. I'll cover all your roasted lavender melon costs leading up to the exam. What do you think? What are you up to? For once, I have the day off. I'm gonna make the most of it. Did you make this? You're more than qualified to be a chef.
How many reports do I have left to write? 4? No, 5. No. I gotta stop worrying so much about everything. The whole point of me taking a vacation was to come here and relax. When did you get back? Oh, don't worry. I've got everything I need here. No complaints at all. Usually, I'm pretty picky about whether the place has any pesky bugs flying around. You know, the kind that keep buzzing around the room and distracting you? No, not those. Oh, come on. I'm not an entomology major, and even I know that fireflies aren't anything like what I'm talking about. They may be tiny, but when they go buzzing right by your ear in the dead of the night... it's so annoying. I used to always lose sleep because of those pests, but thankfully there's nothing like that here. It's tidy and peaceful here. Practically an oasis for insomniacs like me. How many reports do I have left? No. I gotta stop worrying so much. It's really good.
Oh, hey, you're back. So, how goes the journey? Give me all the details. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Believe me, I can feel at home almost anywhere. By the way, I really like what you've done with the place, especially that funny little bird at the entrance. Gotcha. Tubby the butler bird. Wait, what? You're saying you've got a bird that's smart enough to be a butler? It's not some kind of yokai or anything, is it? You never cease to impress me. I mean, taming yokai? Who knew you had that kind of talent? Not a yokai? So, just out of curiosity, this Tubby doesn't happen to be some sort of god or anything, does it? That would spell the end for me. I, couldn't help but pat it on the head when I came in. Oh, hey, you're back. So, how goes the journey? Are you free right now? Would you mind sharing some of your cooking tips with me?
What time is it? There's no like or dislike. I'm not particular with my residences. But it is certainly more comfortable here than at the cathedral. At least no one's going to wake me up for morning prayer and prevent me from catching up on my sleep. Thanks for your concern. I just have a few things to take care of. I've lived this way for such a long time, it'd be strange to change. Perhaps I'm more comfortable here than I thought I was. I'm getting soft. That won't do. Do you really like this food?
Oh, hey there. Need some music? I'm in tip-top shape. Yeah, there's enough space and freedom. Oh, what a great rehearsal venue. Well, if it's all right, I'd rather perform for you after I practice up. That'll give you the best listening experience. But thanks for your cheers. I'll do my best. Oh, right. After each rehearsal, I make sure to tidy up after myself. Don't worry, I'll have this place like new. Oh, hey there. Need some music? I'm in tip-top shape. The taste ain't bad, but it's lacking that special spark. I can help you with the presentation if you want. Hey there! Looks like my luck is pretty good today. It's awesome. It sure beats sleeping out in the open when adventuring. Way better. You don't need to find a hole in a tree to rest in, and you don't have to worry about sneak attacks from monsters. Rocks crashing from the sky, whopper flowers popping out of nowhere. Nah, not at all. It's an adventure. They're always like this. With your concern, I already feel like my wounds aren't hurting anymore. Really. Looks like I'll be bothering you a bunch from now on. Looks like my luck is pretty... Oh, sure. Let me tell you all about my adventures. A few days ago, I found an oddly colored berry during an adventure. It was really sweet, but... Oh, diarrhea is nothing. I'm used to that. At first, there were a lot of colored lights, but then it felt like a lot of little people were dancing in my head. I recovered quickly enough, but I regret not putting some in my bag. I wanted to warn everyone to avoid eating that type of berry. Thanks. But there are times when it doesn't matter how careful I am. It would be better to warn others instead. Oh, right. Remember to call me next time you go adventuring. With me around, you won't have to worry about those kinds of dangers at all. Hey there! Looks like my luck is pretty good today. For us adventurers, what we want to do is adventure, naturally. To get the treasure at the end of the journey, or to take the first steps into the unknown. No, wait. What I want to say is that I want to become your helping hand. Look, I might not have any physical talents, but I don't fear pain, and can adapt to long battles. I get injured a lot from accidents, so I'm really skilled at bandaging wounds. Right. We've been traveling together for a while, haven't we? I've actually thought about this many times. Of course, I'll keep to my mission, but I've got other personal interests outside of that too. I want to become someone you can trust and depend on. A companion through thick and thin, good times and bad. This time, I want to become your strength. Thank you. Ugh, what's wrong with me? This is supposed to be a happy occasion. Thank you. Hey there! Looks like my luck is pretty good today. Whoa, lucky me! Oh wait, does that mean I just used all of my good luck for today?
was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry, nothing too strange. Wow! I know this taste! It's Boom Shakalaka!
Hey, you're here! Welcome to Stronghold Numero... Fine. I'll let you treat me to a meal today, but know that...
It's been a while. I've grown quite a bit stronger. Eating delicious food really has a way of taking all your cares away. Now, how should I repay you?
Hello! I was just coming up with a new dish. I love it! Very cozy. And there are so many new and interesting things I've never seen before. Just a shame more of them aren't potential ingredients. But really, don't worry about it. Combining existing ingredients in new ways already allows for countless variations in flavor. The trick is to keep playing with different pairings. I've got plenty of new concepts to try out. But, what would really make a difference is if you could taste test them and give me some feedback. Really? Great! I'll get cooking. Hello! I was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry, nothing too strange. Absolutely. Service isn't for a while yet, so there's nothing on the stove. Yup. Gastronomy just makes me happy. The best part is seeing smiles on my customers' faces. Those are the real fruits of my labor. Oh, and... it's really nothing to do with rare ingredients, secret recipes, or anything like that. I just use my own methods and try to bring out the best in every ingredient. Certainly seems to satisfy my customers. Still, it can be difficult at times. That does happen, but I wasn't talking so much about the food as... well, sometimes customers get to talking to each other and they chat for so long that their food starts to get cold. I know I shouldn't really interrupt them, but reheating the food just ruins the flavor. Yeah, I know. I guess I just have to learn to not let it get to me. I feel a lot better after talking to you about it, though. Hello! I was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry. I want to go adventuring with you. Sure is. But even so, it's still the thing I want to do most. I want to go adventuring with you into the unknown, collect strange new ingredients from all over Teyvat, and invent new recipes for you to sample. Oh, the more I consider it, the more I think nothing could ever make me happier. You okay? You seem very quiet. You don't like the idea? I won't add any strange seasonings, promise. What I mean is, I'll definitely get your opinion before acting on any eureka moments. Also, I won't slow you down when we're out in the wilderness. And if I encounter any serious enemies, I promise I won't cause any trouble. First sign of danger, I'll run as fast as I can. Phew. You scared the heck out of me. Awesome. Anyway, I'll make sure to keep working on my cooking and any other skills that might come in handy. Anything to put a smile on your face.
This scenery is